Okay, hey guys, welcome back to another video of Stonks Maxxing. So, back to where we were earlier, taking a look at Confluent, right? Confluent is the data streaming platform where I'm going to try to pitch that to my fund on, I guess, practice pitch Tuesday and then actual final pitch on Thursday. But was able to go through this model earlier in the last stream. We were able to get some historical data and then also forecast up until 2035, so about 10 years. We just put in some random numbers for now. I think in the past we saw revenues grow at pretty high rates, all the way from 60% year over year, 66% to 54%, 36%, and then we're starting to see that taper off into the high 20s, which I think is still pretty, I should say, it's still pretty high. 29%, that's pretty much 30%. To see that type of growth consistently for the next 10 years, I think is very, very interesting. I want to see, has any company like let's take a look, ChatGPT. Oh, yeah, O3 is nice. Okay, has Apple been able to sustain a 30% growth rate for 10 years? Its revenues? Have there been any tech companies that have done so since going public? $8 billion to 832, 10-year period. Okay. Wait, this is okay. Compounded annually, 36%. CAGR retail expansion. CAGR from IPO. In 2022. Right. So are there any enterprise software companies have 20% CAGR over a decade? I guess maybe Salesforce. Okay. 2005 to 2015. ServiceNow 32%. Wow. Okay. Workday 25%. 2012 to 2022. To AI analytics. Adobe 22%. Atlassian 30% until at least. Okay. So once revenues cross 10 billion, growth slows as market saturation closes in. Slowing down rapid expansion. Cyclical IT spend, recessions, or tech budget cuts impacts enterprise software sales. Okay, so sustaining 20 to 30% CAGR for 10 years. Right, ServiceNow, I think is 200 billion. I mean, it's a lot, damn. Maybe we're getting in at the right time. I think SAP is another stock. I guess we have to be realistic about where this company could go. Confluent, like what is the total addressable market? I think currently the data streaming market, it's estimated to be around $60 billion, I think, by 2025. So this year. Wow, this is also kind of insane. just skyrockets. I mean, if you buy in, let's say around here. Okay. So there's pretty rough ride. Okay, I guess I'd argue probably like cybersecurity. Cybersecurity spend is very important. I don't think that's ever going to go away. Data streaming, I would imagine that is a bit more cyclical in terms of spend. But if infrastructure is built around Confluent and it becomes a pretty much integral part of someone's business, then I could see that there's sort of this Confluent lock-in and you really can't run your business without it. Okay. Confluent plays. Okay. So let's maybe do an outline. So company overview, products, market, thesis, competitors. Okay. So company overview. Confluence is a data streaming, was founded by the original creators of Kafka, a data streaming software application. Help transform the way data is processed and how data flows across organizations in real time. It helps transform the flow of data to become real time. Okay. Founding. After yeah, I might have to reword that sentence. It's a bit okay. So Jake Krepp, I think that's the CEO right now, but founding team. Itself is an open source software tool that is currently managed by the Apache Foundation after founding the original team finished writing the software. Donated the finished software to adopt an open license model. Founding team of J, Krebs, Neha, Narkiti, and June Rao. Narkit and June Rao then started the company Confluent to sell a product, to sell help enterprise companies to help other companies adopt the new data streaming technology. Okay, I'll end that there. Confluent is currently the premier data streaming operator. In the current world of data streaming, Confluent has built a premier into the premier technology platform used for data streaming and trusted by thousands of half of the Fortune 500. So to double check this, but I think that's double check this. Okay. Confluent. Okay, we'll call it Confluent license. So Confluent, when in 2014, started in 2014, and back in those days, lots of I'll call it most enterprise software companies had a licensing, a SaaS licensing model that was built focused on landing contracts with customers, focus on landing contracts, customers, multi-year contracts, to focus on landing multi-year contracts with customers to drive higher recurring revenue. So this really is a that resulted in what SaaS companies refer to as recurring revenue. This revenue is guaranteed, essentially guaranteed, although not recognized officially on the income statement because no service has been provided. Guaranteed, because no service has been provided. This revenue is essentially guaranteed and reoccurs every billing cycle. Recurring revenue is ARR is really attractive because occurs every billing cycle. Till the end of a contract's life. So, I guess this is licensing versus consumption based. I think even before I dive into that, to understand Confluent's product. Okay. Confluent's product, it is it is important to understand what the fuck even is data streaming. Okay, maybe data streaming. I guess like one. So this is a nice scala draw. Okay. I'm using Red Panda. Yeah, I actually kind of like this. Okay. Picture above does a good job of describing understanding why data streaming is very streaming is fighting and the picture above shows two different types of data infrastructure, of data systems. The top is a traditional system where data is stored in, data is collected in batches, loaded into a database slash indexed to a database slash data warehouse, and then processed slash analyzed greatly. Specified intervals. It's real time or near real time. Yeah. The bottom data streaming system is a data streaming system where real-time events are immediately indexed into and can be analyzed, processed, and analyzed in real time. Okay. Putting theory into practice. These are some example use cases where data streaming trumps traditional data systems. Financial services. Call it payment services. 10 of the top 10 banks use Confluent today for data streaming. 10 of the top 10 use Confluent today. US banks use Confluent for data streaming. Data streaming thrives in financial, call it financial services. Data a constant flow of data that markets, payments, economies. Okay. A specific use case adopted is very common is using confluent for processing payment transactions. So think credit card payments. Banks can quickly analyze whether a transaction can immediately, I think, analyze transactions in real time for fraud detection. i.e. for fraud detection. Which saves both money and time. Okay. I think automobiles, right? I forgot what the exact stat was. I'm gonna take a look. I think I might actually have another Confluent blog post somewhere in my drafts, here we go. Confluent, maybe Confluent pitch, yes. Oh, well, there's actually nothing in here. Maybe it's in my Notion to double check. Okay. Let me see if this is, okay, it's nice, it's still working. Sync fund. Conflicts. Okay. Cloud. Okay, so I remember he did say something about being in a lot of automobile companies. I don't know exactly which ones. So I'm going to just put this here for now and then come back to it. So X of the top X automobile companies use Confluent today. So, a recent conference. At a recent conference sponsored confluent head of, I think, Mercedes. Software engineering manager. MD North of Sadie. North America. MD North America. That's a big title. Seema Akaryara. Okay. Putting theory into practice, these are some example use cases where data streaming trumps the traditional data systems. Okay, different types. I guess maybe I'll have like 3 different types of end markets, so to speak. Financial services, automobiles, and then maybe e-commerce or entertainment, something like that. But financial services, this is, I think, definitely where Kafka really shines. 10 of the 10 US banks use Confluent today. Think about banks, they're tapped into markets, they're tapped into consumer spending, they're tapped into economic data, they're tapped into payments. And all of this requires sort of this consistent event-driven data architecture. And a specific example of this is a lot of these banks are on the issuing bank side of a credit card transaction. So they really need to be on top of fraud detection. So Confluent, specifically Kafka, allows them to process all these transactions live in real time, and that can help them save money. So preventing fraudulent transactions, identifying and preventing fraudulent transactions, and then save time because you're doing it immediately and not waiting for those batch processes, for those slow batch processes. Okay. Automobiles is another really interesting use case today with Confluent. Seems like a bunch of different types of automobile companies use Confluent: Tesla, Mercedes, BMW, Toyota, Honda. I think all of these big ones. And it seems like what they actually use it for, it's a lot of features, right? I don't exactly... So there's a hyper-personalized Mercedes-Benz experience. Car knows the temp, the news, the podcast, lighting, drive to work. Maybe with self-driving, there's probably some type of, I would think a Kafka type, Confluent type cluster or infrastructure that needs to be used in the software layer. Is data streaming used in self-driving? Stream. Kafka has No! Alright. Fucking accept all. Real-time batch requests. Translation. Okay. So over here, presented. I don't know how to write this. Okay. Profess that Mercedes uses confluent to help personalize each car to its owner. Continuous data streams and other companies are using and helps with driving assist. Think, okay. Mercedes confluent. Okay, I guess that's probably, I would consider that driver assist. Drive you're going to take to work because there is, let's say, some additional traffic. Yeah, that's very interesting. I think if there's some sort of consumption aspect to it, right? If, let's say, Mercedes automobile company, each car is this IoT device. If you scale up the number of cars, then it should also scale up the number of, or I guess the amount of consumption that's used on Confluent. So I think that's really interesting. Where as more people spend money, then Confluent will continue to grow. Or I guess if one company continues to grow, then Confluent also benefits from that. So that's interesting to see. Oh, God. Taking a look at something right now. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Mercedes-Benz for developers. I think let's call it air conditioning. Music, etc. These. Suggestions. Okay, so this is nice. Maybe let's do one more. So, I guess let's just go on Confluent's website. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess inventory tracking is very interesting. That'd be cool. Pepsi, cheers. Interesting. Okay. Let's just call it not even e-commerce, but more so retail. Retailers are for inventory management / tracking, personalized marketing, and data driven buying / merch and data driven merchandising. Say that. Oops. L'Oreal. Okay. I do want to see. Apache, Kafka plus Flink. Maybe, so let's do like technology. Connectors, Apache Flink, stream governance. Decoupled architecture. Then event-centric designs. The traditional system focuses on slower time consuming batch processing of data, while the data streaming system speeds that process in real time. But in real time. Still, there are other dimensions of confluent platform in addition to real-time processing that makes a very powerful, modern, powerful tool for companies. One very important, I guess, just writing here, I think the organization of this is kind of cooked, honestly, but well, I'll go back in it tomorrow and fix it. Okay. Yeah. Important. Feature of confluent is the decoupling of producer and consumers, of data producers and data consumers. Yes, data consumers, things that need data to do something. So data producers, things that make data. Things that make something trapped. So data trapped. So data so let's think about IE. Payment, i.e. POS system at a checkout register. Inventory, i.e. inventory management system that needs the checkouts data to ensure inventory stock. Confluent platform through Kafka allows separates these two types of applications. That there can be easy so that they can both evolve independently only consume the data that is needed. Okay, so I guess that is a way to put it. The way it is done is this diagram. The source is a producer of data and the data product is a consumer of data. Double check, I actually don't know. Maybe ChatGPT knows. In this diagram is the source a data producer and data product a data consumer. sits in the middle, acting like the data pipeline. Between the two systems. Okay, technology. So what's my thesis? Current position with confluent. My current buy recommendation is driven by the following catalysts. I guess one, Confluent has built its reputation as the premier data managed. Is Confluent's main product managing Kafka clusters on behalf of companies. Right. As the premier managed Kafka as a service company that was built, founded by the original Kafka creators. Data streaming is playing an ever increasingly important role in the many enterprises today. Think CRM / ERPs of the back in the 2000s, maybe? With lots of white space. To grow into, currently estimated at a $60 billion industry. Just one market. Okay. So data streaming is playing an increasingly important role in many enterprises today, with lots of white space to grow into. I guess like so Apache Flink rollouts, consumption base pricing scales alongside partner growth. I think that's somewhat interesting, right? Okay, and then I guess risk. Despite while conducting following risk. So one, I guess uses its brand recognition as the premier This happened as a result of poor reliability on customer rollouts of Kafka. Manage Kafka clusters. Okay. So that's, I think, a big one. If it loses its recognition as really this reliable managed Kafka cluster or service, if that's the case, then I could see Confluent really losing out on potential customers and existing customers. Streaming service. Companies are slow to adopt data streaming to their IT infrastructure. Okay. Oh, God, I'm so tired. I think it might be time to go soon. I do have some homework I gotta do later as well. Okay, it's been an hour or so. It's not terrible. I'll listen to some music. Let me see what's on Discord. straight up relaxing. So advertising is staying constant, but I imagine all the other selling marketing is probably worker costs, like really seems kind of high. Okay. Alright, I think maybe this could scale down. Percent of revenue. See like a percent year over year as well. Yeah, it seems like they really ramped up their sales team in 2022. General and administrative. Okay, so what if we just did it off of the net income for now? Damn, okay. Shit. So this is not even close. What's the Kager here? Actually, right? Take the root of 1 divided by %, Kager. I guess maybe I think free cash flow can scale faster than 23%. I think that's actually, might be undershooting this. If we have 15%. Okay, I guess there is a bunch of SBC that we're not factoring into free cash flow. Yeah, and I think that in turn affects shares outstanding, which is a bit complicated. Okay. Yeah, I don't know actually how to deal with that yet. Let's see. Okay, so let's just build out revenues right now, I guess. So revenue. Okay, so retention rate. Okay, I think filings, SEC, Edgar. hell? What happened there? So people just sell a bunch of shit too. Acquired. So this is one of the founders, Nicardi. Huh, it doesn't seem like Nicardi's super tapped into this business though. He only owns 20,000 shares? Really? Cardi. Acquired, disposed. Yeah, I kind of want to see this actually. Huh, so why? Sex, sell shares. How do you know this is a 10b51? Okay. Wait, is she still retained? Where? Let's take a look. Really? So it goes up, not down? Wait, let me do the quick maths. This is buying up a lot of my time, but oh well. Yeah. 26547, yeah, exactly. I think she started out with this much and then disposed of this much. Okay, I don't know. Oops. So, data streaming requires a complete cultural shift. Companies choose other data streaming offering that or Kafka service managed, I'll call it data streaming service that is cheaper, or sites to manage in-house. Needs to adopt the data product team mentality. So leadership, CEO J Prep. Oh wait, not Kafka. Guess Niha is not on here. Management team, J Prep. I don't know where Jun Rao is. Okay, I'm not entirely sure. Oh wow, cool. Chad Verbowski. So I ended up replacing co-founder Neha Hidi as CTO. Yeah, it seems like he is very accomplished. Huh? New relic. Oh wow. That sounds very fun, I have to admit. Oh shit. Chief Product Officer, I feel like be interesting. Sean Klaus. So field operations, director, field ops. Erica Schultz. Call it investor base. So it does still seem like, oh shoot. Companies at early stage and later stage investment companies still have skin in the game, so Timitor, Index Ventures. Right. I think if we do look at confluent, institutional. I don't know. Tier price, okay. Krebs, J Krebs, Index Ventures. Sing, okay. Timitor, champion. tradies. Just gonna look at something. Forgot what it was though. I think this would definitely be interesting. Yeah, I wonder if tier price. Where's FMR LLC? Benchmark. So altimeter seems to have added to its position. FMR. Oh, Fidelity. Okay. Wait, my question is, do most venture firms sell stake when a company goes public? Seems like earlier stage investors. Index benchmark sold most of their stake. Likely repay, so likely repay LPs. Later stage investor altimeter still has added to its meaningful stake. Ownership. Okay, so confluent board of directors. I think it's mostly VC guys. CEO. I feel like I've heard of Samsara, but I also don't know what that is. Oh, right, this is square. So, mix of investors, so VCs and operators. Okay. Oh, that's very cool. Okay. Eric Mishra. Oh, yeah, I mean, he's on the board of a lot of these companies, it seems like. Oh, man. It's very cool. Okay, I think I'm gonna end this here. It's already 2:20, so need to hop off LinkedIn, hop off Substack. We've done a good amount of work for today. So thanks for tuning in. I think I still have a lot more to go in terms of the model and the memo, so I'm gonna continue writing that tomorrow, and then I'll see what I can get done on Monday. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.